Yo, what's up? What's going on? Glad you are here. Today we are checking out Hard Target and Simple Man's song Open Mic. This is a request from a subscriber, Alina, and I'm looking forward to this one. Just on the title alone, I'm pretty sure we're going to get some rapping right here because these two guys, Hard Target and Simple Man, are a couple of OG rappers. Like, they haven't blown up near as big as they should be. And if these guys are brand new to you, I would encourage you to bounce over to their channel and to their label, Trailer Made Records. It's an independent label, and you should peep out pretty much everything they do. Like, if you like hip hop, if you like rap, you'll like these guys. Some of their stuff is a little country flavored, some of it is not. It mixes up pretty fucking well. Now, this one here, I don't think there's a video for this. I'm pretty sure this is audio only. It's off their album together. I believe it's called Trailer Park Boys. I haven't listened to the album yet just because I'm hoping to go through it here all on the channel with you guys. So if you've never heard this song and you want to peep it out without my commentary first word, please click the link in the description right down there. That's going to bounce you over to the homies channel where you should like, subscribe, comment, all of that while you're there. Then hit the back button, come over here, hang out with us down in the comment section, and let's talk about what we listening to here, you guys. Let me make this. Actually, I don't even need to make this full screen for me because there ain't going to be nothing going on right here. So I'm going to leave it off. And let's go ahead and see what this open mic is all about. Let's go.
Motherfuckers don't know what it was like back then.
Yeah.
I remember when you rap, you had to be dope. Yeah. You had to rap.
I love this old school sound already. I feel like I don't think that's a sample, but it's very reminiscent of something I've heard before. I can't think of what it is. I'm talking about the like the chorus sound in the background. I'm started over.
Motherfuckers don't know what it was like back then. I remember when you rap, you had to be dope.
Same word.
You had to rap. I had dreams of blowing up like a radical Islamic. We had to battle on spot. If it's written, cats would have called it. We grew up on gin and tonic. The doctor prescribed us chronic. Survival was never promised, so rivals were checked and conquered. Social media wasn't there to give a crutch to our ego. Either bust in the free.
Okay, we're gonna break that down a little bit right there. I already like the references right here in the beginning. I like the comparison to rapping back then versus rapping today, and we'll talk about that a little bit here too. All right, let's go back here.
Yeah, you had to rap. I had dreams of blowing up like a radical Islamic. We had to battle on spot. If it's written, cats would have called it. We
called it, and Islamic is a he bent those words to rhyme right there off the top, and he did a good job. Like, it sounds good, but if you really think about those two words, they don't rhyme at all. But he makes that shit sound really tight right there.
I had dreams of blowing up like a radical Islamic. We had to battle on spot. If it's written, cats would have called it. We grew up on gin and tonic. The doctor prescribed us chronic.
We grew up on gin and tonic. The doctor prescribed us chronic. We got a reference to Dr. Dre's The Chronic album, which is probably the most iconic hip hop album of all time, in my opinion. I remember when that shit came out in 8th grade. I was in 8th grade. I remember the anticipation building for it. I remember having it on cassette tape, sneaking it into school in my Walkman because I got in some trouble and I was sent to this little private Christian Baptist school with a bunch of other troublemakers. Anyways, I like the references right there. The gin and tonic.
Prescribed as chronic. Survival was never promised, so rivals were checked and conquered. Social media.
Like I said, survival was never promised, so rivals were checked and conquered. Social media wasn't there to provide a crutch to your ego, is what I think he says after that.
So rivals were checked and conquered. Social media wasn't there to give a crutch to our ego. You either bust in the free throw or cut up to feed the people.
You're either busting a free throw or cut up to feed the people. Meaning you were performing right there in front of people on the streets or in front of a small crowd or at the cypher or at the fucking battle rap or whatever it was that you're doing on the corner, in the joint, in the radio station, wherever it's popping off at, and you had to be good right then and there on the spot because the crowd wouldn't put up with you if you weren't. You would learn right there. And unlike today, where rappers just get glazed by a bunch of fucking idiots. Have you guys watched like the XXL ciphers or anything like that these days? They're terrible. Like last year's, don't even get me started. I think it was last year's. I think 2024 was the one that that Mexican OT was on because he was the only good rapper on there. That shit was embarrassing. Like, come on.
Me, I'm comfortable speedo. My nuts are cup.
Oh, wait, let's run it back 10 seconds.
Survival was never promised, so rivals were checked and conquered. Social media wasn't there to give a crutch to our ego. You either bust in the free throw or cut up to feed the people. Me, I'm comfortable speedo, my nuts will cover you gringos.
Like I said, me uncomfortable speedo. Like wearing a speedo would definitely be uncomfortable.
If this the goody mob, then I'm somewhere up there with CeeLo. And crowds are different now, but
he said, if this the goody mob, then I'm somewhere up with CeeLo. The Goody Mob, of course, a famous early 90s, mid 90s rap group out of Atlanta, Georgia. They were Southern rap, Southern hip hop. And it was 4 members, but really the only dude that made it big anywhere is, of course, CeeLo. Everybody's heard of CeeLo Green. I'm not a fan of CeeLo currently. Like I like Goody Mob though. Goody Mob was the shit back in the day. But who he's saying right there is he's everybody else is Goody Mob, but he rose to the fucking top, right? Like CeeLo.
if this the goody mob, then I'm somewhere up there with CeeLo. And crowds are different now, but it's not like before. They just nod their head to bullshit, every guy is the go. Piss testing in the crowd, every line that was wrote. Back then they could determine whether or not if it's dope.
Yeah, he's basically saying kind of, I mean, he was alluding to it with the earlier bar, but he's saying it a little more directly right there that like crowds today, they don't know good rap when they hear it, man. They just glaze it up, and artists just go out there throwing their trash fucking lines. They haven't even tested out right into a crowd, like piss testing in the crowd. They're throwing the garbage out there, and the crowd's just eating it up like, yeah, that's dope. Please.
Spot on the throne forever has been based.
We'll run it back 10 seconds. And this is rapping right here, man. I really like his melodic flow here. I really like this beat. I'm really loving the just the nostalgia feel going on with this whole thing right here. You heard?
But it's not like before. They just nod their head to bullshit, every guy is the go. Piss testing in the crowd, every line that was wrote. Back then they could determine whether or not if it's dope. My spot on the throne forever has been basically claimed. So stay in your lane, refrain from saying my name. Get your head rocked harder than Abel and Cain. The tables have changed, we're done with.
That was a nice little shout out right there too. You might be saying, well, he said that backwards. Hey, get your head rocked harder than Abel and Cain. He wasn't just saying it backwards to make it rhyme instead of saying it Cain and Abel. Here, let's hear it one more time.
Line that was wrote. Back then they could determine whether or not if it's dope. My spot on the throne forever has been basically claimed. So stay in your lane, refrain from saying my name.
Those are all nice A rhymes right there too. I like that little batch of A rhymes.
Get your head rocked harder than Abel and Cain.
He said, "Get your head racked harder than." Abel and Cain was a rap group in the 90s as well, made up of 2 twin brothers.
The tables have changed. We're done with all your fables and games. I'm crazy insane.
They were on, pretty sure they were on Master P's label, No Limit.
Tables have changed. We're done with all your fables and games. I'm crazy insane, like a dog chasing a train. And my bullets need a nap. They want to lay in your brain. And this portrait that you painted.
He said, "My bullets do the nap. They want to lay in your brain." That's dope. That's funny.
Bullets need a nap. They want to lay in your brain.
Yeah, let's go back 10 seconds here.
Rocked harder than Abel and Cain. The tables have changed. We're done with all your fables and games. I'm crazy insane, like a dog chasing a train. And my bullets need a nap. They want to lay in your brain. And this portrait that you painted of yourself is a joke. Cause when the hammer get to swinging, it's gonna bang on your frame.
This portrait that you painted of yourself is a joke. Because when this hammer gets to swinging, it's gonna bang on your frame. I like that. That could be some sort of reference to Ryan Upchurch. Perhaps not. But Upchurch does like to paint a lot of shit. Dude, what's going on with this fool lately? Are you guys paying any attention to this guy? I don't. But like his whole fucking YouTube channel is gone now. It's so weird. I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
I got 99 problems, but ain't placing the blame.
Okay, he's dropping some more references right here. I'm gonna run it back 10 seconds so we get a little bit of context here.
The nap they want to lay in your brain. And this portrait that you painted of yourself is a joke. Cause when the hammer get to swinging, it's gonna bang on your frame. I got 99 problems, but ain't placing the blame. I'm Cameron to your bitch, how I'm taking your dame. You dash, fall face first, taking your chain. Then throw that shit on IG if you ain't able to pay. Can't believe.
God damn, I love that. That was a whole series of nice, basically Rockefeller references right there. Let's go back here. I love how he squeezed Dame Dash's name in there. that was sick, homie. That was very fucking smooth right there. All right, so he says, "I'm Cameron to your bitch. I'm taking your dame. Dash something so fast you fall on your face." So he's using the word dash like the word run, and he's using the word dame like a girl, but then he's also making it a metaphor for Dame Dash, who signed Cameron to Rockefeller Records way back in, I think, like 2001. And that's interesting. Let's hear it one more time. I'm gonna go back. Let's go back 10 seconds again.
Bullets need a nap, they wanna lay in your brain. And this portrait that you painted of yourself is a joke. Cause when the hammer get to swinging, it's gonna bang on your frame. I got 99 problems, but
Oh, he's got 99 problems, according to the famous Jay-Z song. I got 99 problems, of course, Jay-Z, Rockefeller Records. Okay.
I ain't placing the blame. I'm Cameron to your bitch, how I'm taking your dame, you dash.
I'm Cameron to your bitch, how I'm taking your dame. Of course, if you don't know, Cameron is a famous rapper from back in the day. Still around. But he was, of course, signed to, he was platinum back in the day. He was signed to Rockefeller by Dame Dash, who was his childhood friend. Okay, and then, of course, Dame Dash partnered with Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records. Okay. But it's very clever how he fits in the word dash in there. That's super smooth writing.
Blame, I'm Cameron to your bitch, how I'm taking your dame, you dash. Fall face first, taking your chain. Then throw that shit on IG if you ain't able to pay.
Like that, you fall face first, taking your chain. That used to be a thing back in the day, chain snatching, like their chains right there. Like if you snatch another chain screw, like that actually led to a lot of beef in the Tupac thing, man. When Tupac got killed, I mean, irregardless of whether or not, all that comes out later, the story back in the day and part of the circumstance definitely was that one of the death row dudes, their chain got snatched by some, I believe it was some Crips, and that instigated some beef that ultimately led to some of that showdown. Now, whether that or not that situation was manipulated or taken advantage of later on to orchestrate that killing, we don't know. It could be, maybe not. We don't know. But the chain snatching was definitely part of the story.
Throw that shit on IG if you ain't able to pay. Can't believe I made it. It almost feels like it was overnight.
Yeah.
If you want your spot, you better hold it tight.
Yeah.
You might turn ghost just like a poltergeist. That's why I'm treating every song I'm on like it's open mic. And I ain't passing the shit just like it's open mic. Fuck around and battle a bitch just like it's open mic. Play around and smack this bitch just like it's open mic. So miss me with your rapping and shit, cause this ain't open mic.
Saw the beasties on the TV, I was barely out of diapers. I was nothing but a three thing, running
Come
around
on, son.
hyper. Warren G
Come
was
on.
in my tape deck, pedaling my bike. I'm a funkified brat, and I'ma be that my whole life.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I fuck with Warren G. Dude, for me, I love New York rap. Do not get me wrong. I'm an equally a fan, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. West Coast hip hop has a special spot in my heart, man. I fucking grew up with that Too Short shit back then, and then when fucking and Ice-T and NWA, but then when Dre came out with The Chronic, and then Snoop came out with Doggy Style after that. Like, we were all anticipating Snoop Dogg before The Chronic came out, right? Because fucking Dre had produced this song called it was 187. It was off this fucking movie Ricochet with Ice-T, man, and it was Snoop, and people were just like, "Who is this fucking guy?" Right? And then The Chronic came out, and Snoop was on there, and people were just like, "Oh my God, this is crazy," right? And then Doggy Style came out, but then Warren G, man, Snoop Dogg's cousin. Bro, this like, you could say Dre started the G-Funk, but Warren G perfected the fucking G-Funk. That's gangster funk, if you don't know. It's a particular genre of rap. And you've all heard the song Regulate by Warren G, right? That is the perfect example of G-Funk. Fucking, oh, I love it. And he dropped so many references right there from the Beasties, which strikes a chord with me. Like I was on the Beasties way back in the day too, man. Like, I was in 7th grade. I got busted for shoplifting the Beastie Boys' License to Ill on cassette tape from Target. That and the LL Cool J. Fuck, man. Oh, that's crazy, yo. And then it was the next year that all that other shit dropped. Oh, God. All right. We're gonna go back here a little bit.
Like it's open mic. Fuck around and battle a bitch just like it's open mic. Play around and smack this bitch just like it's open mic. So miss me with your rapping and shit, cause this ain't open mic.
Saw the beasties on the TV, I was barely out of diapers. I was nothing but a three thing, running around hyper.
So the Beasties on the TV when I was barely in diapers. I was nothing but a three thing, which is a direct reference, of course, to one of the greatest rap songs of all time, Nothing But a G Thing. Oh, yes, sir.
Warren G was in my tape deck, pedaling my bike. I'm a funkified brat, and I'ma beat it.
Warren G was in my tape deck, pedaling on my bike. I'm a funkified rap. Yes, Warren G, G-Funk cassette tape. Come on, man. Come on. He's killing this shit. All this nostalgia right here. This whole song striking a heavy chord to me, man. If you grew up like me, if you fucking are a hip-hop head, you love hip-hop, like you grew up on this shit right here that they talking about, then you probably love this song as much as me right now.
It's nothing but a three thing. Running around hyper. Warren G was in my tape deck, pedaling my bike. I'm a funkified brat, and I'ma be that my whole life. My first demo tape was cassette pressed off the reel to reels. The time's gone, youngers don't know how that really feels.
Tape deck pressed on the reel to reel. Youngins gone, don't know how that really feels. I don't even know what you're saying, bro. I don't know what a fucking reel to reel is. Tape deck. Come on.
Snuck up in the ciphers like, hey, yo, I'm really skilled. But a country accent get you clown unless you really kill that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I shake the building, bitch.
Oh, man. He said he snuck up in the ciphers saying, come on, let me something. Hold on, let's hear it again.
Snuck up in the ciphers like, hey, yo, I'm really skilled.
Snuck up in the ciphers like, yo, I'm really skilled. And I listen to how he's saying skilled right here. And then it sounds like he continues that on a little bit with his pronunciation right there, which is a very nice rap tricks, rap skill, rap tactic, whatever, that I like a lot. When, like, I think a perfect extreme example of that is like, say, like Old Dirty Bastard, right? Always just changing the way words are pronounced to make it really interesting. And I like what he's starting right there. Let's go.
Youngers don't know how that really feels. Snuck up in the ciphers like, hey, yo, I'm really skilled. But a country accent get you clown unless you really kill that shit. That's why I shake the building, bitch. Spit 1,000,006 bars and make them feel the shit.
Yeah, see, he's carrying it all out. Feel that shit. Spit 1,000,006 bars. Is that what he said?
Youngers don't know how that really feels. Snuck up in the ciphers.
I guess he starts it there with feels. He stretches feels out a little bit, but then he kind of amps it up by the time he said, what was it, building? I think he stretches it out crazy.
Off the reel to reels, that time's gone. Youngers don't know how that really feels. Snuck up in the ciphers like, hey, yo, I'm really skilled. But a country accent get you clown unless you really kill that shit. That's why I shake the building, bitch. Spit a.
I love it. The way he's pronouncing this allows him to rhyme building with killed and skilled and all these other things. Building, bitch. Killed the shit. Skilled and shit. Come on. Bending words in the most melodic and cool way right here.
Youngers don't know how that really feels. Snuck up in the ciphers like, hey, yo, I'm really skilled. But a country accent get you clown unless you really kill that shit. That's why I shake the building, bitch.
Yeah.
Spit 1,000,006 bars and make them feel the shit. Wasn't no other rap. Either you was ill or quit. Wasn't no country rap cushion for this silly shit. True grit, motherfucker, had to bring it to the stage, but
He said there was only one rap. That was it. And you killed it. You was ill and you killed it or not. There was no country rap cushion. Ooh, boy, don't get me started. Yes, there is a country rap cushion. Absolutely. And honestly, in my opinion, it was Adam Calhoun that kind of really came along and changed that. Now, I'm not saying that there was no good country rappers before Adam Calhoun. There were, but there wasn't this genre around them that kind of sprung up with Ryan Upchurch kind of sparking that shit, where there was a lot of country guys that couldn't rap worth a shit unless you, like, didn't really know rap music and you heard them, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. And there was like this cushion where, like, you got propped up by people that didn't really know rap all that well. Okay, like, that's a real thing. I don't care. I'm not trying to diss nobody really, but that's just factual, right? And he just nailed it right there with that bar.
1,000,006 bars and make them feel the shit. Wasn't no other rap. Either you was ill or quit. Wasn't no country rap cushion for this silly shit. True grit, motherfucker.
I like he throws the True Grit in there, as of course True Grit being a famous Western movie with John Wayne, and then later on remade by the Coen brothers with old boy from whatchamacallit from Big Lebowski. What's his name? Jeff Bridges. Yeah, that dude. But then True Grit, the way he's using it is not as the movie reference, but meaning like you have true grit, like your grit inside. I'm running back a second here.
You was ill or quit. Wasn't no country rap cushion for this silly shit. True grit, motherfucker, had to bring it to the stage. But
and notice also, one more time, I'm sorry I keep pausing. I warned you if you're brand new, I warned you. I like the way he's still stretching out silly to continue on this whole rhyme scheme that started. I mean, it really started with the word real, but he didn't really stretch out the word real as he started stretching the words out and like feel. He started stretching it with feel after that. And then he kept on going until he's saying building really long like that to make it rhyme. And he's still doing silly right here to make it rhyme with everything else too.
Rap cushion for this silly shit. True grit, motherfucker, had to bring it to the stage. But I was Big L raised, baby, let me out the cage. Y'all some titty fed bitches with some ready.
Big L, if you don't know, was a New York rapper. Was he New York or was he Philly? Fuck, I can't. He was an East Coast rapper. I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment right now. I'm a little blazed up too. But Big L was shot and killed in like 98, I believe it was, man, just in a senseless act of violence. And that's significant, not just because it's a human life and whatever, but it's because, not whatever, but you know what I'm trying to say. He was an immensely talented rapper. Like, if you don't know who Big L is, I highly recommend you go into the fucking Google or YouTube search bar and listen to this dude. After you're done here, Big L could have possibly been the greatest of all time. And it was so talented that despite his life being cut tragically short, he is still mentioned in there in the greatest rappers, in the groups of greatest rappers.
To the stage, but I was Big L raised, baby, let me out the cage. Y'all some titty fed bitches with some ready-made fans. Teddy bears and I'm a shred.
He said she's some titty-made bitches with some ready-made fans. Again, kind of a reference to the country rap shit, and I think kind of a reference to how, like, well, I don't know if this is a reference to that, but like Upchurch built up an audience first, okay, and then he sold music to that audience, which business-wise, I don't know if he intended to do that, but it's pretty fucking smart. I mean, come on. You build up an audience and you sell shit to that audience. There you go, man. He just did it with music. But like, other people don't really come out with like ready-made fans, especially like, whereas industry artists, I think there's definitely a degree of that as well.
Baby, let me out the cage. Y'all some titty fed bitches with some ready-made fans. Teddy bears and I'm a shred with this Freddie Blade hand. I'm a microphone veteran.
He said, your teddy bears, he's gonna shred with his Freddy hand. That's a Freddy Krueger reference. Old Nightmare on Elm Street.
To the stage, but I was Big L raised, baby, let me out the cage. Y'all some titty fed bitches with some ready-made fans. Teddy bears and I'm a shred with this Freddie Blade hand. I'm a microphone veteran. I'm not sharing. You better off trying to fit a COVID mask on a pelican and get me off this cordless. Oh my lord, I'm a torch.
He said you're better off trying to fit a COVID mask on a pelican than getting him off the fucking mic. Yeah. That's funny.
On a pelican and get me off this cordless. Oh my lord, I'm a torch this. Your mother couldn't afford to abort you, and that's unfortunate. Cause you's a bottom feeder, no sting in your rhymes either.
Ooh. Your mama should have aborted you but couldn't afford it. You're a bottom feeder with no sting in your rhymes either.
Couldn't afford to abort you, and that's unfortunate. Cause you's a bottom feeder, no sting in your rhymes either. Couldn't get reactions if you rap to a pack of hyenas. Attacking a mad linguist, ironclad rap genius. Beat a bitch worse than Ike did Tina. The minute the mic is right between us, eat a penis.
It almost feels like it was overnight.
Come on.
If you want your spot, you better hold it tight.
That was a nice flow switch at the end. I want to hear it one more time.
Mad linguist, ironclad rap. Couldn't afford to abort you, and that's unfortunate. Cause you's a bottom feeder, no sting in your rhymes either. Couldn't get reactions if you rap to a pack of hyenas. Attacking a mad linguist, ironclad rap genius. Beat a bitch worse than Ike did Tina. The minute the mic is right between us, eat a penis.
It almost feels like it was overnight. If you want your spot, you better hold it tight. You might turn ghost just like a poltergeist. That's why I'm treating every song I'm on like it's open mic. And I ain't passing this shit just like it's open mic. Fuck around and battle a bitch just like it's open mic. Play around and smack in this bitch just like it's open mic. So miss me with your rapping and shit, cause this ain't open mic.
Dude, that organ is the shit in there. That is great use of the organ. I'm pretty certain that's an organ in there. That is, that's, man, that was sick. That's the kind of music you make when you love hip hop right there. That is for the love of hip hop. Damn, what did you guys think of that? I fuck with that. Like, I really, like, I'm like happy. I'm in a good mood now. I'm feeling it. I love it. That hit all the notes for me right there. That hit all the notes, man. Come on, man. That's the kind of shit That's the reason I listen to rap music. That's the reason I love rap music. It gives me that feeling inside, just like, yeah, like the first time I heard that shit when I was a kid, man. Like it just strikes a fucking chord with me, homie. Like, come on, that's the rhymes you write and the music you make when you love hip hop, right there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please hit that subscribe button on your way out the door. If you want to support the channel in further ways, we got shirts, we got links. They're in the description. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Peace.